Now, what are the different benefits which we get with the configuration management tool? There are huge number of benefits which comes up with the configuration management tool, but we are going to talk about few of the precise benefits which really puts a huge impact in the overall implementation. The very first one is the quick provisioning. Now, this is something which is very important because when you use the configuration management tool, you have to provision a lot of infrastructure. Now, these are something which we are doing with the help of the infrastructure scripts. We are trying to manage our configurations with the help of these scripts. But again, in this scenario, the administrators don't have to put any kind of manual efforts over there, because the whole focus of looking forward for this automation is that these automation will replace the manual efforts. We don't have to go and create any of the virtual machines manually or perform any sort of that work over here. But yes, it's something which can definitely help them to get along, like how exactly these activities can save them and can help them to go around and have the ultimate approach or ultimate benefits which you can get here. So yes, you can have the multiple infrastructures managed over here within the less duration of time. That's something you can easily manage and you can consider here. Second one is the version control system. Now, most of the version control systems are supporting the configuration management scripts. Ultimately, it's just a source. It's just a kind of scripts which is available there. And the version control systems can actually store these scripts. And on top of that, we can manage the versions. We can have a proper versioning which we can go around and we can perform over here, so that we will be able to perform the activity and we can perform the setup here. So that's the reason why should be going for the version control system support over here. And the admins can actually work on these scripts. They can put it in the version control system. They can even track that if someone is doing some changes to these scripts, a person should be able to know, and we should be able to know like which exact person have done these changes. So that also another benefit which you're going to get with this version control system support here. The third one is the infrastructure cloning. Now, when it comes to the infrastructure cloning, so it's basically helping us to have a new infrastructure created. And let's say you have some dev environment. Now, if you have to do it manually, then it's a huge effort. So you have to replicate the same steps there. But if you have done this setup of this dev environment with the automation scripts, with the configuration management scripts, then the same environment with some small customizations can be used. The same scripts can be reused to create another environment. And this can be a test environment, this can be a pre-prod or production environment. It totally depends there. But yes, every time when you want to create a new infrastructure, new environment, so for that you can reuse the existing environment scripts. The existing scripts you can reuse and you can go for that part. So whatever the scripts you have for creating the infrastructure, the same one you can use to have the environment cloning performed over here. And it also helps the administrators to perform the same activities, not for the environment cloning, but even if for the deployments, they can reuse the same scripts for all the different environments as such. So that's also another benefit which you're going to get over here in this case. Now, the next one is that it helps us to have the less cost and risk. Now, definitely because this tool helps the IT team to perform the tasks in less duration of time, which is going to save a lot of time and cost for them, that they don't have to worry about the time and cost as such there. From the reliability perspective also, these tools are pretty much reliable, and it's not like over the period of time, over a long duration of time, these tools are going to fail. It's not like that. We will be definitely getting the benefits over here in such a way that if there is any kind of issues, we will be able to rectify over here. So that's also another benefit which we are going to get over here in this case. Then we have the minimum documentation. Now, when it comes to the particular configuration management tool here, so these tools, whatever the scripts we are creating over here, they also acts like a scripts. We don't need any separate documentation as such in order to record what is the purpose of these scripts. Any person can actually go through these scripts and understand that what is the flow and how the automation is happening there. So that part also is something which is completely getting removed, eliminated by these tools there. So these are the self documented tools which is available, which is very easy to understand and get deployed there. Also, the configuration management tools is like something which also helps the developers to reduce the bugs because if you have the utilization of configuration management tool in the overall CI/CD pipelines, you can use this configuration management tool for the continuous deployment. So it will give you a complete life cycle of your source code. It will achieve that. And the moment you're done with your changes, you will be having the build automations, deployment automation, and everything will be done there. So that's another benefit which you're going to get over here, that it helps us to make our releases quite effective and efficient over here. So that's the main component.